popular thing we've ever done. So it shows you what I know. And it was, I think, the best one ever. Any other remarks for the good of the school?
I'd say it's a great time to be associated with Riverside.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's hard to keep track of all the great things that our students are doing. Every time you turn around, we're going to state in this, or we're going to nationals in Skills USA. Just when we get nationals in FFA, we have state track, state golf. That's just what's happening like right now. It's awesome to see all the opportunities that their students are taking advantage of and doing well at.
And the thing is that it's not just Riverside. I mean, the kids that went to international competition for DECA won. The kids who run the coffee stand at Deer Park High School won the grand prize for their entrepreneurial skills in running that business. And just, the kids were so proud and so happy to be recognized. But to do that, to win in an international organization, to be recognized as first prize, and that DECA program over there has been something that they've worked to develop over decades now. And it really was a super year for them. But just a great year of students. Other thoughts about the school?
I would like to invite
Yeah.
you to any of the elementary activities. We have so much going on in the next couple of weeks. It's on both calendars. We have the track and field days this week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the morning. Welcome to drop by to see the kids compete, have fun. We have field day coming up. We have all kinds of field trips going. It's such a fun time. The kids are testing right now, so anything that we can do to have fun to keep them into those tests and not too stressed is great. But yeah, we really encourage the boys to come to any of those activities. They're all on the calendar. Field day is a lot of fun. We have a lot of parents who come in and help with that. So it's a good opportunity for you guys to do that as well.
And we got Ram Fest coming up.
Yeah.
Good track adventure this week.
This next week. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3rd is on Wednesday. 4th is Thursday, and Friday is Thursday.
Great.
Next Tuesday, the 28th, our church, Charterway Community Church, is sponsoring a luncheon for all the staff down at Charterway Elementary. We'll be bringing a grill and chicken burgers and providing food for them as a thank you and an interaction with the community down there.
I saw where one of the former pastors down there passed. Good guy.
I didn't know him personally. I knew him on the But any of you are welcome to come down on Tuesday for lunch.
Sure.
I'll buy extra burgers.
And the one thing I'll tell you about Charterway Community Church, they have good food. Man.
Our pastor loves
It's the only church I've ever been in where I felt like the food was a competition among the women. And I'm speaking just about the Sunday coffee hour. I mean, you just walk through there and you say, oh boy, that looks good. And then you go to the next, and there it is. That's the next thing you're going to eat. And it just keeps going. It just gets better. I've never seen anything like that. Man. We're lucky to get donuts from donors.
What time did you say that was?
It's between, it's over a period of from 10:30 until like 1 o'clock.
Oh.
Because the staff
Shifts.
shifts the meeting.
We appreciate the invitation. That's great. Dan, how about you? You got anything good to say about the school?
Oh, all kinds of stuff.
You meet a lot of new people today?
Yeah. So nervous about people coming from Big Fork.
Yeah, it's a lot.
No, I'll share some things with the report, my report time too.
Okay. Moving along. We need a motion to adopt our agenda.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? this meeting. Need a motion?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Approval of consent agenda? Motion? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Superintendent report.
Oh, yes. Well, good evening, everyone. Good to see you, and good to see you, board members. One highlight today was the senior signing. So over at the high school, we had graduates from ISP, RAC, and Riverside High School do what we call a senior signing day. And so it was really fun to see, because our mission, right, is to prepare our kids with high quality education so that they can meet their future career and educational goals and live prosperous lives. And it's really fun when you have like 130 seniors report where they're going. And so we were able to literally give an individual attention to each kid. And so you found out some that are going to the trades, some are going to 4-year colleges, some are going to 2 years, some are going into the world of work. And when you hear the compilation of that, it's just pretty cool. For me personally, it's great because I was talking to them about how I, got to know them when they were 4th grade. First met them. And to now see them, right? I mean, as parents, we all experience that, how fast it goes. So that was great. And want to remind you about RAMFest. I think we need RAMFest this year, especially because of the recent event that has occurred that was so difficult and it continues to be so difficult. I think teaching kids to come together, be in community, face-to-face, celebrate positive things, I think is especially important. So I recommend everybody attend 5 to 8 this Thursday at Riverside High School. Knock on wood with the weather forecast. Right now it's high 60s, I believe, maybe chance of rain a little bit early on. I don't know where it's at. It's changed a little bit. We will keep it unless there's lightning, thunder, but we can handle a little bit of it. And then we've got the carnival games, the Ninja Nation obstacle course. The Dexo has donated a bunch of food. We have 3 food trucks. We have live music from Anthony Williams, who's actually married to Jennifer Williams at the middle school. He's really a good singer and musician. And lots of 65 vendors for the farmers market. So it's just going to be a big, fun time. And we can do some good news, good stories. So anyways, yeah. And then speaking of the negative with what has recently happened with the case where we had a para-educator and coach charged and recently arrested, and that's been really, really difficult. Obviously, it's something you never want to see happen in your district. And I will tell you that, just give you a really open and honest update on it. So I think what we've tried to do, and this comes from the board and myself and the way we operate, is just try to be as honest and transparent as we can about the very difficult situation. So just a reminder that Tuesday, the 6th of May, we had law enforcement come to Riverside Elementary School. They informed us that they were investigating the situation. And then we communicated out to the staff the next day, right after school, and then we communicated to the community about 30 minutes later. And I think that helps in regard to, no matter, there's no way to make it positive. And so, but I think from a community, I think what we can all learn from it is school districts can have something like this happen. And the best way you can respond to it is communicating openly about it. And I think that really helped us, and it could apply to future crisis management, is that 4 days later, the media picked it up on Mother's Day, Sunday. And I had about 5 or 6 requests from the media, and they were all the big ones. KXLY, KRIM2, KHQ, Spokesman Review. And it was so, it was very helpful to be able to communicate with them that here is the letter that we sent out to our community. Because at that time, the name wasn't released. And again, you never wanted to have to go through this, but if we can be learners and learn best practices from it, that really helped. The difficulty is that when you communicate, you have to find a delicate balance of what's appropriate to share, what doesn't violate the police investigation and put them in a spot where they can't do their jobs, what protects the rights of the employee, and make sure we don't violate and have a lawsuit against us in the future. Speaking of lawsuits, usually what happens in these cases is that the insurance company that we pay our annual fee to, they provide legal assistance for this case. And it's best practice because once the law enforcement does their investigation, we then have to do at least some form of investigation because he's an employee of ours. And so to get legal advice is really important. The other thing is we have been communicating very openly with the families within our community. So I've had probably 15 parents call me who either are concerned that something might have happened to their kid, or how can you assure that nothing's happened to a Riverside student? And I've explained to them that the initial allegations that resulted in the charges did not involve Riverside kids. However, we cannot guarantee or promise that a full investigation is not going to result in Riverside students. What we can do is, the best we can is be a place where people can come and ask questions and have their concerns addressed. So in addition to those, just an open invitation, I want everybody to know I've reached out specifically to the parents of the kindergarten students in Mrs. Jones' class who had Mr. Schuler as a paraeducator. And I've asked them to call me if they have any questions, any concerns, if they hear any information that would be pertinent to the case. I also reached out to all the parents of the students in Mrs. Hodson's class because Mr. Schuler worked in Mrs. Hodson's class prior to going to Mrs. Jones' class. And same invitation. Also reached out to the middle school, to the parents of students who are in specific programs that were in Mrs. Hodson's class a couple of years ago. I'm meeting with the football team tomorrow with Buddy Wood because Buddy needs some help with that. And we're going to talk to them because Mr. Schuler was a coach in the football program. Then we're going to talk to the basketball team with Coach Jordan, Coach Dutton as well. So I don't want to be too, sharing all of these details, but at the same time, I want to model transparency and open communication. That's about the only thing you can do with what is a really, really difficult situation. And then when it comes to his employment, because he's on administrative leave right now, something we're going to have to talk about in an executive session to keep you updated on that situation. Again, any questions about the case? It is federal now. It is a big deal. He remains in jail, and I don't have a lot of updates on it other than just what I do. So, okay. Yep. And then lastly is the counselors are going to be joining us next Monday for our work session, and I'm excited about that because they're going to talk about the comprehensive school counseling program. So what is our focus in the counseling program in grades K through 12? They, by law, have to have a plan that gets board approved. The previous board approved it, but now it's a good time to check back in there with them on more of a roundtable discussion to learn, for you to understand what is their job, what do they do, what's the plan, how is it impacting the kids. So I'm excited about that work session. If you need to know anything ahead of time, give me a call and we'll make sure they address that when they're doing it. That's the superintendent. Yes, sir. excuse me, yes, it is, no, you're right, I'm sorry. June 3rd, it's not next month, sorry about that, thank you. Yes, you're like, whoa, what's going on?
Well, I know you're dedicated.
Yeah, we're definitely, yeah, that's Memorial. That would not be good, our turnout would not be good. So, yeah, June, 2 weeks from Monday, last Monday. June 3rd.
The only thing I have is that the signing day that you mentioned, that made a huge impact with some community members. I was in a meeting this afternoon in downtown Spokane, and they talked about the village guys coming to.
Oh, is that right?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. Their parent?
No, it's Tyler Rafferty.
Oh, Tyler, yeah, Tyler was there, he gave a great address at the end too. Yeah, we had a good time, it was fun, good to see where those kids are going. We still want them to finish strong.
Yeah.
And not have senioritis. So bad that they just check out after their last AP exam or whatever. So,
Yeah, you know, that's the one request we get.
oh, good, I'm glad to hear that. Awesome.
Thank you, Ken.
You're welcome.
Moving on, Carla? Next up.
Few new faces in here, but for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Carla Schaefer, and I'm the food service director. I work in conjunction with Riverside and Sodexo to manage the food service and employee pay. So I'm given a little report tonight. I come once a year, and I try not to take too much of your time, but only good vibes with what I'm showing tonight. So it'll be fun. If you like to look here, I don't know if anyone came to our Future Chef event, but it's where the little guys get, 3rd and 4th graders, we have them submit recipes to us. We make a judging on the recipes, and then they get to compete in the contest that we have with them. They come in and they actually prepare the meal that they entered for. We have so much help with this event. It's so awesome. People volunteer and come in, and we call them our professionals. These are our 2 girls that helped us out this year that are actually with our food service program, Lindy and Angie. What's really great is we get high school help too. We ask for volunteers for the kids to come in. And you know, you spoke about the 4th graders that you had and you watched grow up. And well, some kids that help us with this are kids that competed in it years ago. So it's really fun to keep going with this. They get in and help these kids put their recipes together. We have judges. All our judges are volunteers. Caitlin, of course, was one of our judges this year. Gail was a judge, and returning judge is Ron Thompson, a former business manager, and his wife. They have so much fun doing it with the magic. These are your future chefs. These are all the 5 kids that competed with us. It was we had to share with Chatteroy and RES, so students from the school. 34 recipes were submitted. They start about 2:30, and they come in and they start. We run them through a little safety program. You know, they have to wear cut gloves and they have to, not put on their nose and things like that. We keep everybody safe. Parents and friends and the family, and lots of grandparents here to watch the kids. And here's just some photos from the high school helpers and our helping prepare them. So much fun. It's math, That's what we had 10 kids one time. Oh boy, that was too many. We had to back off a little bit. We didn't have this. But one of the things, the theme this year was your favorite family recipe. And because of that, it made the judging really hard this year because there was really no boundaries. It was amazing. Some of the things that kids came up with. Here's our winner, Presley Pollock. I have to tell you, in the judging, the points came down to within like 8 points of each other. So it was really fun. Presley, of course, her show right there doesn't look as good. It's a no bake cookie. But oh my gosh, it was delicious. And I have to she got so excited, she jumped up and down and she goes, "That's my grandma's recipe. That's my great grandma." And she turns 90 tomorrow. She's going to be so excited that her cookie made it through the competition. And so that was a really great story. This is Dane son from RES, Grandpa Bill's Spaghetti. Uh-oh. Larissa Hayes from Chattaroy, banana chocolate chip muffin. Liam Gillette from RES, is a food pizza. The kids are just so fun. And Kendall and Levitt was zucchini fries. Everything was just really good. These are all the kids together. They just were a fun group of people. Another thing we've been doing, I talked a little bit about it last year, our version of Fun to School, and we've been highlighting some of the local produce. And being so rural, local can be a state away, you know, but we try to keep it as close as possible. We did rainbow carrots this time, and unfortunately, we had to put them in little pieces like that because when I ordered 15 cases of rainbow carrots, nothing said that the case was this big when I got them. It was like a 1 by 1 by 1 case, and that's just not enough for a full piece. So we cut them up in little pieces. Everybody got different colors, and so they really enjoyed it. We gave out coloring sheets that was for carrots and a word search and some did you know facts to the teachers so they could share with the kids. Now to the business of it. We are up about 4,000 residents over last year. What did we need for lunch? Though we were down about 2,700, but I think the 3 days that we started late actually attributed to that. So I think we actually would be higher in breakfast and higher in lunch. Food costs. Everybody knows food costs is a crazy issue right now. How do we manage that? With Riverside. What it is a lot of education with our staff. We teach them how to, you know, manage their accounts and things like that. We repurpose food. I know that sounds weird, but if you have a chicken nugget that you didn't use and you can cool it and put it in a salad the next day, that's a really good way to repurpose food. And it's being good stewards of the good stuff. And also, lots of observation. I'm in the kitchen a lot, you know, I'm around. And we're really fortunate. We have a staff that's very seasoned, and they know what they're doing. And so it's not really hard to manage them. They're really good at it. They're very aware of what they're doing. EcoSure safety audit. That's a safety audit that we have once a year, and it makes you shake in your safety because you have to pass this audit by at least 95 to even pass it. And so these guys got 100% That's awesome. And another thing this year, I had an honest assessment by Mrs. Smith. I received a presentation from them, and it said that they had complaints, they had comments, and they had ideas. And so I actually responded to them, and we had a good interchange with it. And I actually brought some of that with me tonight. So if you guys want to do that, I'll leave it on the video. But that was really fun. The kids were very insightful, and they were very thoughtful about what they said. They didn't just rattle off. It was awesome. NutriSpice, our new online menu program, is a lot more friendly than our SodexoNet. If you go into the website and you click on and try to find a menu, this is a lot easier. It has an app for your phone, which is great for advanced parents that even just like that. And it's great for nurses because it has on-demand nutrition information. They can go in and get the carb counts and the calorie counts and all of that. So it's really nice. Coming soon this summer, we're going to do a facelift for the RHS kitchen. It's called Phase 4 of the new marketing plan. And it's going to ramp up the food a little bit, but it's really going to look good. So we're excited. And I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to shut everything off. Okay. My staff, that's the best part of this job, besides the little bit. My staff is just amazing. They work their tails off every day. And especially our middle school, elementary staff this year has really kicked in with the new serving site and the extra tasks that they had to do. They just did a really great job this year in making that go smooth and making it work for the kids. I just appreciate it. Does anyone have any questions for me?
No, I wanted to let you know I had lunch with my daughter at Chattaway Elementary this last week. And the pizza was very good.
Good.
However, I and my daughter and the little girls who ate with us, we didn't like the celery, but
Oh,
but the
well,
pizza was wonderful.
I'm glad. Good to know. That's very good to know. Thank you. Well, thanks everyone for your time. I appreciate it.
Carla, thank you.
Thanks, Carla.
And thank you for providing dinner last week for the kindergarten.
Oh,
Step up.
absolutely. That was fun. That was a fun night.
Can I tell a quick story about Carla that happened this year? So I had a student named Lee Jackson reach out to me via email. And he said, hey, Dr. Russell, I need to talk to you about the lunch. And so I met with him at RES and ended up about 10 kids sitting around just taking notes on what they thought about the meals and stuff. And they, they like that, students getting their voice in there. Then I connected Lee with Carla, and Carla ended up and Maddie Smith kind of coached me up on how to do it professionally and persuasively and things like that. But then Carla's like, yeah, I'm open to whatever ideas, and it's a really good experience for those kids to learn how to get input to the lunches, but know the limitations of costs and things like that. Wasn't it good? So anyways, thanks for, you could have just said, no, I don't want to talk to you. But, you would never do that, but no, I thought that was a really good.
Yeah, I was just surprised how well put together it was and how thoughtful it was.
Yeah, really good. And then I got an email probably 2 weeks ago from Lee's sister, and she's at the middle school, and her email wasn't as nice. And so I had Caitlin set up a meeting with her. And then she ended up emailing back, no, I'm so sorry, that actually was an email from earlier in the fall, and I don't have any problems right now, so we're good. Once I asked her to meet. We want to teach kids to write nice emails.
Yeah.
That's something we come across.
Okay, moving on to our business section. A, 2022 Toyota Sienna District Van. Need a motion?
Second.
Discussion? Favor say aye. Opposed? Carried. B, Skills USA National Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Need a motion? Discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? Carried. Golf State Competition, Chehalis, Washington. I need a motion.
So moved.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. First reading, 2320 field trips, excursions, and outdoor education. Need a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye. First reading, 2411 high school equivalency certificate. Need a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
F, second and final pathway for high school graduation. Need a motion? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Second and final reading, 24-15 performance-based test. Pardon me? You already did that, right? Okay. Second and final reading, 2100, highly capable program. Need a motion? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. H, second and final reading, 1421, child abuse and neglect. I need a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. I, second and final reading, 2108, learning assistance program. Need a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried. Thank you. 10, resolution. A, 52403, WIAA, delegating authority. Need a motion.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Carried. We are moving into executive session. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for your presentation. You guys are doing such a great job. We'll be taking a 5-minute break here.
Thanks, yeah, thanks.